Hello children, how are you doing? This is Dr. Shweta Malani, your biology coach, and the topic I am going to teach today is genetic code. Of course, it is from class 12, chapter 6, molecular basis of inheritance. आपके मन में ये सवाल उठेगा कि मैम हम ट्रांसक्रिप्शन पढ़ते पढ़ते जेनेटिक कोड में कहाँ आ गए? So there is a reason behind that, and वही मैं आज आपको पढ़ाने वाली हूँ. This is a new term, थोड़ी सी मुश्किल मतलब मुश्किल तो नहीं होगी, but it's absolutely new. But when I teach you, you will understand what is the relevance of this topic in the process of DNA expression, right? So सबसे पहले I want to show you the definition of genetic code. अभी आपको समझ में नहीं आएगा. I will just show you. Towards the end of this lecture आपको ये definition समझ में आ जाएगा. तो last slide जो मेरा होगा उसमें this slide will come back again so that you understand actually what is a genetic code. यहाँ पर देखिए, यहाँ पर लिखा क्या है? The relationship between the sequence of what amino acids in a polypeptide. आपको पता है DNA बनाता है RNA, RNA बनाता है प्रोटीन, एंड प्रोटीन को हम पॉलीपेप्टाइड भी कहते हैं. ठीक है, we also call it as polypeptide. Not only at that, we know that the protein is basically made up of what? Amino acids. Amino acids, right? तो ये कह रहा है the relationship, जो रिश्ता है between the sequence of amino acid, ये amino acid की जिस sequence में है, and the nucleotide sequence of DNA और RNA. ठीक, ये पॉलीपेप्टाइड चेन में जो अमीनो एसिड का सीक्वेंस है, the relation between this with the mRNA or the DNA, that is called as genetic code. You will see here, as the nucleotide sequence changes, the corresponding amino acid changes. Just compare the two. इनके comparison में what will you find? You will find that अगर यहाँ the mRNA has AUG, if this also has AUG, then the amino acid is same. But यहाँ पर ACA की जगह AUC हो गया. So here if the amino acid was threonine, here the amino acid has changed to isoleucine. The nucleotide sequence has changed in mRNA, so the corresponding amino acid in the polypeptide chain has also changed. That means definitely there is a relationship between the nucleotide sequence on RNA or DNA with the amino acid sequence in the corresponding protein molecule. इसी रिश्ते को हम कहते हैं जेनेटिक कोड, राइट? अभी ज्यादा टेंशन नहीं लीजिए जेनेटिक कोड के बारे में. I will teach you more, and towards the end of the lecture you will clearly understand what is this genetic code. Now let us come to the fundamental equation as given by Francis Crick. He said that the function of DNA, he gave an equation to explain the function of DNA. उसमें उन्होंने कहा कि DNA के फंक्शन को एक इक्वेशन से समझाया जा सकता है जिसको उन्होंने कहा सेंट्रल डॉग्मा. उन्होंने कहा एक DNA का दो ही फंक्शन होता है. One, to make a copy of itself. This he called it as replication. हम लोग पढ़ चुके हैं, no problem. The second is to express itself in the form of protein. This he said is divided into two steps. First the DNA makes the RNA, and this step is called as transcription, which also we have studied. DNA से RNA कैसे बनता है. तो अब हमारा क्या बचा है? The next step is formation of protein from this RNA, a process also called as translation. So basically हमारा this step translation is now left in order to understand how the DNA expresses itself. Is that clear? So let us see it once again. मैंने आपको क्या बताया? हम DNA के फंक्शन को पढ़ रहे हैं. DNA के दो फंक्शन हैं. One is replication, we have already done it. The second is to express itself in the form of protein, and this happens through two steps. The first is transcription and the other is translation. Transcription is the mechanism by which the DNA forms a messenger RNA. We have studied. Now what is left is how will this RNA form protein. ये हमारा बच गया है. अब ये जो हमारा पार्ट है ना कि how will the RNA form protein, it has certain challenges. The moment you understand the challenge, obviously you will also know the solution. Challenge क्या है? चलिए हम लोग देखते हैं what are the challenges. Just look at here. We know that DNA is basically made up of 4 types of nucleotide. 4 nucleotide का है, adenine, thymine, cytosine and guanine. यही 4 न्यूक्लियोटाइड के अलग अलग combination and permutation से various types of genes, hence various types of DNA is formed. Right? So I have just made a DNA molecule over here जिसके initial 4 nucleotides I have kept the 4 basic nucleotide adenine, thymine, cytosine, guanine, and then it may have these 4 nucleotides in various combination to form various forms of DNA. The first step was what? How to make an RNA from a DNA. Now making an RNA from a DNA was not very challenging. Why? Because I'll just show you. We know that Chargaff had already told us about that specific base pairing concept. That means wherever there will be adenine on the DNA, corresponding RNA will have uracil. Whenever there will be a thymine, it will be adenine. Cytosine, it will be guanine, and guanine, it will be cytosine. So this base pairing is specific. And similarly, I am making the pairing of the remaining and my RNA has come up. ये इतना challenging नहीं है. DNA से RNA बनाना challenging नहीं है. Why? Because of 2 reasons you have to understand. One, the DNA is made up of 4 types of nucleotide, and so is the RNA. Even RNA is made up of 4 types of nucleotide. तो हमने यहाँ पर specific base pairing कर दी. भाई 4 न्यूक्लियोटाइड हैं और डीएनए के पास 4 है आरएनए के पास, तो भाई 1 न्यूक्लियोटाइड को 1 न्यूक्लियोटाइड की जिम्मेदारी दे दी. We said see, whenever there will be A, you will only make U. Whenever there is T, you will only make A. C, you will make G, and G will make C. So thus the RNA molecule was easily formed. यहाँ 2 बातों का ध्यान रखिएगा. Very important. Try to understand. वो 2 बातें क्या है? पहला, यहाँ हम न्यूक्लियोटाइड से न्यूक्लियोटाइड ही बना रहे हैं. We are making a nucleotide from a nucleotide, and that too we have 4 types of nucleotide in DNA and 4 in RNA. So 1 to 1 responsibility was very easy. It is something like this. Suppose there are 4 children in a class and there are 4 teachers also in a class. So if I am one of them, मुझे एक बच्चे को फिक्स कर दिया गया है. I am supposed to take care of this child, every problem of that child. Similarly, the second teacher of second child, third of third, fourth of fourth. So the problem is not big because I know whenever the child also know whenever he has a problem, he has to come to me, or whenever I need to communicate, I need to talk only to that child. 1 to 1 होना बहुत आसान था. तो एक तो डीएनए और आरएनए दोनों न्यूक्लियोटाइड के बने, तो न्यूक्लियोटाइड से न्यूक्लियोटाइड बनाना आसान था. एंड सेकेंडली 4 ही दोनों में थे, तो हमने 1 की पेयरिंग कर दी. सो इस तरह से डीएनए से आरएनए बनाना वाज क्वाइट इजी. द चैलेंज वाज टू मेक प्रोटीन. लुक एट हियर, द चैलेंज वाज टू मेक प्रोटीन. आई पुट अ क्वेश्चन मार्क हियर. हाउ टू मेक प्रोटीन फ्रॉम आरएनए, एंड व्हाई वाज दिस चैलेंज? जस्ट सी हियर, फॉर 2 रीजंस. One, the protein is made up of 20 types of amino acid. 4 nucleotides से 4 nucleotide was not difficult, but 4 nucleotides से 20 amino acids, how will we make? Right? First, and secondly, here I am making a nucleotide from a nucleotide, but here I am going to make an amino acid from a nucleotide. The chemical composition of the two is absolutely different. न्यूक्लियोटाइड से न्यूक्लियोटाइड बनाना आसान था because they were the same, but यहाँ मुझे न्यूक्लियोटाइड से अमीनो एसिड बनाना है. These are 2 different organic compounds, right? And that too from 4 types of nucleotide, I need to make 20 types of amino acids, because you know that amino acids there are 20 types of amino acid whose permutation and combination forms the various types of proteins that are found in my body. I hope you understand the challenge. इस challenge को जो हम सॉल्व करते हैं, that entire the word that is your genetic code. Actually genetic code में हम इस प्रॉब्लम को ही सॉल्व करने वाले हैं. So let us see what to do. उससे पहले just see, I said I have 4 types of nucleotide, right? But I have 20 types of amino acids. You can see that I have 4 nucleotide but 20 amino acids. I have already put the structure of each one of them: valine, leucine, isoleucine, methionine, phenylalanine, and so on. So 4 nucleotides, 20 amino acid, how to go about it. My next slide also puts up the same question. मैं बार-बार इस question इसको थोड़ा सा दोहरा रही हूँ. I'm telling it again and again. My problem is I have 20 types of amino acids and only 4 nucleotides. So when I made DNA to RNA, the problem was not intense because I was making a nucleotide from a nucleotide and 4 types of nucleotide here and 4 here. The problem is how do nucleic acid composed of 4 types of nucleotide specify the synthesis of proteins which are actually made up of 20 different types of amino acid. So I'm sure by this time आपको आपका problem और challenge खूब अच्छे से समझ में आ गया. जब प्रॉब्लम और चैलेंज समझ में आ गया तो लेट अस नाउ वर्क टुवर्ड्स इट्स सॉल्यूशन. सो एक सॉल्यूशन क्या है? चलो भाई एक न्यूक्लियोटाइड से एक अमीनो एसिड बनाते हैं. नो, नॉट एट ऑल पॉसिबल. व्हाई? क्योंकि अगर हम एक न्यूक्लियोटाइड से वी मेक इट 1 to 1, देन आई विल बी एबल टू मेक ओनली 4 टाइप्स ऑफ अमीनो एसिड्स. सो नॉट पॉसिबल. सो नेक्स्ट, व्हाट इज द नेक्स्ट पॉसिबिलिटी? वी कैन गो फॉर 2 to 1. दैट मींस 2 nucleotides will code for 1 amino acid. 2 nucleotide combination. What I mean is, first was 1 nucleotide forming 1 amino acid. Now 2 nucleotide combination making 1 amino acid. Now this is also not possible because here only 16 types of amino acids could be made. जबकि amino acid का number कितना है? It is 20. So the third one was that we make 3 nucleotides should make 1 amino acid, and this is the only thing that which I find possible. Why? Because okay, I understand इस case में there are 64 different possibilities, but at least it is higher than the number of amino acid. 20 type of amino acid है. अगर हम 3 nucleotide को we make their combinations, then we will have 64 combinations, right? So we have 64 combinations of nucleotides. And we have to make 20 types of protein. So this seemed a little bit practical solution. Let us see how. So we'll go for another once again. So there's a general formula. Please इस formula को अच्छे से समझ लो. The formula is called as 4 raised to the power n, where n is the number of combination of nucleotide you are taking. क्या आप एक बार में एक न्यूक्लियोटाइड से एक अमीनो एसिड बनाएंगे? ठीक है, से एक अमीनो एसिड बनाएंगे, या 2 न्यूक्लियोटाइड will be responsible for making 1 amino acid, or 3 will be able to make 1 amino acid, right? So how many combinations, how many such combinations can be made? If single है तो you can have only 4 combination, A, T, C, G, but when you put them in pair, 16 different type of combination come up, and when you take them in triplet, 64 combinations are possible. So we have put up this formula 4 raised to the power n, where n is the number of nucleotides under consideration. If the number of nucleotide, if the n ka value is 1, 4 to the power 1 will be 4. If the n ka value is 2, that means 16 combinations will be possible. But if the n ka value is 3, then 64 combinations will be possible. Now what I mean, I'll show you in the subsequent slides. See, if you consider one nucleotide making 1 amino acid, then at the maximum you can form 4 amino acids. See, 4 to the power 1, 1 making 1, so only 4 combinations is possible. That means only 4 types of amino acid can be formed. If I put the value of n as 2, then 16 possible. See how 16 type of amino acids. I have put 4 here, 4 here. Now 16 combination. This is either AA or AG or AC or AU. Similarly GA, GG, GC and so on. तो आपके कितने combinations बन गए? 16 combinations are formed. And if we consider one combination to form one type of amino acid, then at the maximum, how many types of amino acid can we make? We cannot make amino acids more than 16. But we know that in nature, 20 types of amino acids, they exist. So, assuming that maybe 2 amino acids मिलकर एक 2 nucleotides मिलकर एक amino acid बनाता होगा, this was also not rejected. It did not seem possible. So what is the third possibility? The third possibility is, why don't we take in the combination of 3? Now when we take it in the combination of 3, the surprising thing that came up is that we are now able to have 64 different combinations. इसको कैसे लिखा जाता है? I will teach you here. the 4 types of nucleotides which are found in RNA. हम तो यहाँ RNA से प्रोटीन बना रहे हैं ना, तो हम यहाँ RNA के न्यूक्लियोटाइड को लिख रहे हैं. It is U C A G. Here it is U C A G, right? And each box will contain U C A G. So what is the combination? U U U U U C U U A U U G. This is how it is made. You can try it for all the 4. Now come here. Now for these 2 boxes. U C U U C C U C A U C G. ये ऐसे आप चारों को बनाएंगे. Similarly, when you come over here, this will be what? C U U C U C C U A C U G. Similarly, C C U. So that means this is how you can combine. So how many combinations are possible? 64. Now these 64 have to code for how many amino acids? 20 amino acids. So this seems quite fine. तो इससे हमें पता लगा that आपको तो पता है DNA से जो मैसेज है वो RNA में कैसे आता है, कोडेड फॉर्म में आता है, so that the corresponding protein can be made. Why I am saying it in coded form? इस बात को भी सुनो. As I told you that DNA is made up of what? Nucleotides. RNA is made up of what? Nucleotide. But protein is made up of what? Amino acid, right? So RNA में प्रोटीन के अमीनो एसिड बनाने का जो भी फॉर्मूला है वो तो कोडेड फॉर्म में है ना. इट इज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ न्यूक्लियोटाइड्स. सो दैट इज अ कोडेड form. This has to be decoded so that the corresponding amino acids can be made. So finally it was assumed that 3 nucleotides, they form a codon. Codon means coded form in language, and that has the knowledge how to make the corresponding amino acids. So let us see. We came to a conclusion that 3 nitrogenous bases are always paired together, right, to form one amino acid. So if we consider that, then these 3 nucleotides, this combination of 3 nucleotides which codes for one amino acid, that is called as codon. I hope you understood that. जैसे U, we know it will make one type of amino acid. Now UUC, we know it will make another type of amino acid. So this group of 3 nucleotides which is responsible for making one type of amino acid, this group is called as codon. mRNA में 3 न्यूक्लियोटाइड मिलकर एक अमीनो एसिड बनाते हैं. ये 3 न्यूक्लियोटाइड का कॉम्बिनेशन जो एक अमीनो एसिड बनाने की क्षमता रखता है, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज कोडॉन. Got it? So we came to know that total the 3 nitrogenous bases is called codon, and together since we have the 3 nitrogenous bases are paired together to code for each 20 amino acid, and these 3 nitrogenous bases together, they are called as codon. So I hope you understood till here whatever I wanted to tell you. Now before I proceed, I am going to tell you a lot of things about this codon. I just want to tell you once again what I am trying to explain. My genetic material is DNA. It is found within the nucleus. इसका corresponding protein बनना है. So the DNA never comes out. Actually, it makes a complementary copy of itself, also called as RNA. Now this RNA will move out into the cytoplasm. Why? Because it has to make proteins, and proteins are made up of amino acids, and amino acids are not available in the nucleus. Nucleus में nucleotide होता है, and cytoplasm में आपके amino acids होते हैं. So this RNA has to come out and make the corresponding polypeptide chain. भाई ठीक है. Now this RNA is made up of 4 types of nucleotide, and I have to make 20 types of amino acid. So if I make it a 1-to-1, that one type of nucleotide will form one amino acid, then at the maximum I can form only 4 types of amino acids. So this is not working with us. So we thought, what if I put these 4 types of nucleotide in combination of 2? So maximum combination that I was able to make was 8. केवल 8 ही combination हम बना पा रहे थे. In that case, the maximum number of amino acids that could be made was 16. So then we thought कि why not now try to, वही 4 न्यूक्लियोटाइड है, वही 4 है, but why don't we try to place them in combination of 3? जब हम 3 के combination में उसको place किए तो we realized that 64 combinations could be made. So if we assume that one combination will make one type of amino acid, so it could make 64 types of amino acid, जबकि amino acid की संख्या केवल कितनी है? 20. So this somehow seemed to be working. ये लग रहा था काम हो जाएगा. अब ये जो 3 न्यूक्लियोटाइड का सीक्वेंस है जो एक अमीनो एसिड बनाने की क्षमता रखता है, द सेट ऑफ 3 न्यूक्लियोटाइड्स व्हिच टुगेदर हैव द एबिलिटी टू फॉर्म द कॉरेस्पॉन्डिंग अमीनो एसिड, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज कोडॉन. And total how many codons are being formed? 64 codons are being formed. I hope you understood it. So see it. There are 64 codons in totality, right? Now studies reveal that out of 64, 61 actually coded for different types of amino acids. Only 3 we found 3 such codons that did not code for any amino acid. Rather, it was just used as a stop signal. कि हाँ आप प्रोटीन बनाना बंद कर दो, the protein has been made. So 3 were used as stop signal. They are called as stop codons. Is that clear? So just look at this. I hope this table is little visible to you. You can see here that these are the 3 stop codons and you have to know them. One is UAA, the second is UAG, and the third is UGA. Studies reveal that these 3 codons did not code for any amino acid, right? Rather, they were just used for the purpose of termination, है ना, of the process of protein synthesis. इसका क्या रोल है हम देखेंगे भी बाद में. Other than that, all the 61 were coding for some amino acid or the other. अब एक simple सा logic है. I have 61 codons, right? I have 61 codons and they need to make only 20 types of amino acid. So it was so obvious that some amino acids were formed by more than one codon. Obviously, मुझे 20 अमीनो एसिड बनाना है और मेरे पास 61 कोडॉन है. इसका मतलब क्या है? कुछ अमीनो एसिड एक से ज्यादा कोडॉन द्वारा बनाए जा रहे हैं. Could you get me? Again listen. मेरे पास यहां पर, ठीक है, 61 कोडॉन्स है और नीचे अमीनो एसिड कितने हैं? 20. अगर 20 अमीनो एसिड है एंड 61 कोडॉन है, तो अगर ये कोडॉन इस अमीनो, अगर एक कोडॉन एक अमीनो एसिड को बनाता तो हमें सिर्फ 20 कोडॉन्स की जरूरत पड़ती. तो रिमेनिंग जो आपके 41 कोडॉन्स है वो क्या कर रहे हैं? वो भी घुमा फिरा कर उन्हीं अमीनो एसिड को बना रहे हैं. That means I'm sure you are understanding that some amino acids are made by more than one codons, right? And you can see it here in the table as well. While you look at the table, I'll ask you to make some more observations. First, you can see here that the amino acid phenylalanine is made by 2 codons UUU and UUC. Similarly, if you see, the amino acid leucine is made by 6 codons. UUA will also form leucine. UUG will also, C will also make leucine. No, it is G, sorry, will form leucine. CUU will also form leucine. CUC, CUA, CUG. Since the number of amino acid is less and codons is more, so some amino acids are coded by more than one codon. I hope you understood this. Now that you have understood it, I want you to come to the third observation. The third observation is that is there any amino acid which is made by just, there's only one codon for that amino acid? So if you look at this table, there are 2 places where you will find it, right? The first is, look at here, methionine. It has only one codon, AUG, no other codon, right? That means AUG, methionine, is coded by only one codon, AU and G. I think there should be another one somewhere here. Look at here, tryptophan. This amino acid has only one codon. तो 20 में से तो 2 को निकाल दो. कौन कौन से को निकाल दो? Methionine and tryptophan. ये दोनों अमीनो एसिड के तो बस एक ही कोडॉन है, तो बचे हुए जो 18 अमीनो एसिड है, नाउ दे आर गोइंग टू बी कोडेड बाय हाउ मेनी कोडॉन्स? 59, 61 कोडॉन्स थे इन टोटल, जिसमें से 2 हमने माइनस कर दिया. व्हाई? बिकॉज दीज 2 कोडॉन्स आर कोडिंग फॉर ओनली 1 अमीनो एसिड. नाउ हाउ मच वी आर लेफ्ट विद? वी आर लेफ्ट विद 59 कोडॉन्स. And how many amino acids to be made? 18 types of amino acids to be made, right? So for all other than these 2 amino acids, that is methionine and tryptophan, all amino acids are coded by more than 1 codon, right? It can be by as low as 2. यहाँ देखिए, यहाँ 2 codons एक amino acid को बना रहा है, and it can be as high as 6. Just look at here. यहाँ देखिए, यहाँ 6 codon एक amino acid को बना ले. When you get time, open your NCERT, look at this figure thoroughly. थोड़ा मन से थोड़ा ऑब्जर्व करिएगा तो आपको ये चीज समझ में आएगी कि टोटल 61 कोडॉन्स बने और 64 कोडॉन्स बने. 3 तो हट गए बिकॉज देयर वर्क वाज ओनली टू एक्ट एज अ स्टॉप कोडॉन. बचे 61. Of the 61, 2 codons are like that will code for only one they are making only one type of amino acid. मतलब 2 codons, not only one type, there were 2 amino acids which were coded by only one type of codon. So now how many codons are left? Your 59 codons. And how many amino acids to be made? That is 18. So obviously all other amino acids were being coded by more than 1 codon. Minimum going up to 2, like U and UUC coding for phenylalanine, and there were some amino acid like leucine which were being made by 6 types of codons. So अगर otherwise देखोगे तो minimum is 1, मतलब 1 amino acid with 1 codon, and the maximum is 6, 1 amino acid but being coded by 6 codons, right? So this is how this entire table came up. समझ में आया? Now you understand what is a genetic code. You know that 4 nucleotides, they can be put up into 64 combination of triplets. These triplets, which are actually coding for 1 amino acid, these triplets are actually called as codon. Good. I hope by this time a lot of things are clear. अच्छा, the stop codons are also called as nonsense codon. इसको आप याद रखना. अब देखिए यहाँ पे मैं एक चीज बताती हूँ. What was the biggest challenge? What was the biggest challenge in finding this genetic code? The biggest challenge was not in finding that the genetic code is triplet. वो तो हम मैथमेटिकली निकाल लेते. हम by putting the formula 4 is to the n, अगर हम 1 रखते हैं तो then we have 4 combination, 2 रखते हैं then we have 16 combination, 3 रखते हैं then it will be 64. This was not the big challenge. Big challenge ये था, हमें ये तो पता चल गया कि these are the 64 combination and permutation. 64 कॉम्बिनेशन परमुटेशन निकालना मुश्किल नहीं था. मैंने आपको फॉर्मूला बताया, UUC ऐसे करके ये 64 कॉम्बिनेशन हम आराम से निकाल लेते. दिक्कत नहीं था. दिक्कत क्या था? ये पता करना कि कौन सा कोडॉन कौन सा अमीनो एसिड बनाएगा. Which codon will form which amino acid? How was that found out? That there are 64 types of codon, that is quite easy to find out. It can be mathematically derived कि भैया अगर 3 के कॉम्बिनेशन है तो ये 64 टाइप्स के ही कोडॉन बनेंगे. वो बहुत आसान था. बट एक्चुअली कौन सा कोडॉन कौन सा अमीनो एसिड बना रहा है, हमें कैसे पता लगा कि UUU इज मेकिंग फिनाइलैलानिन, हमें कैसे पता लगा कि CUU इज मेकिंग ल्यूसीन, हमें कैसे पता लगा कि CCC इज मेकिंग प्रोलीन, हमें कैसे पता लगा कि GGC इज मेकिंग ग्लाइसिन? हाउ डिड वी कम टू नो दैट? राइट. सो इट वाज ड्यू टू द एफर्ट ऑफ 3 साइंटिस्ट. One of them is H.G. Khurana, Hargobind Khurana. He was an Indian. The other is by Nirenberg, and the third is by Ochwa. Now, how did they contribute? सबसे पहले H.G. Khurana, उन्होंने क्या किया? Providing the food, the proof that codon was triplet was a daunting task. भाई ये कोडॉन ट्रिपलेट ही है और ये 3 मिलकर एक्चुअली एक अमीनो एसिड के लिए कोड कर रहे, ये एक बहुत ही भारी भरकम काम था. So the chemical method to do this was done by Hargobind Khurana. H.G. Khurana जिनकी मैं बात करी, he was an Indian by birth and later he also got Nobel Prize for this exclusive work. अब सुनिए, इन्होंने क्या किया, एक ये बताया कि कैसे कैसे पॉलीमर्स को बनाया जा सकता है. होमो एंड हेट्रोपॉलीमर. व्हाट डू आई मीन बाय होमो एंड हेट्रोपॉलीमर? आई लेट यू नो. जैसे आई टोल्ड यू ना, UUU इज अ कोडॉन, You can see here. So this is a homopolymer. Why? Because all the three nucleotides are same. But if you look at the next one, it is UUC. So it is what? A heteropolymer, right? So what he did was he developed a chemical method जिसमें वो ऐसे artificial छोटे छोटे तीन न्यूक्लियोटाइड के आरएनए यानी कि कोडॉन बनाने में सक्सेसफुल हुए. What Hargobind Singh Khurana did was that in lab conditions, right, we had 4 types of nucleotide A, U, G, C. In lab conditions, he was able to combine them. Like maybe one combination is A, U, G, and make short codons, short strands of RNA. आखिर ये है तो RNA ना, these nucleotide. He was able to synthesize it artificially in the lab. ठीक. So similar this way उन्होंने सारे के सारे 64 combinations उन्होंने बनाए. Some of them were homopolymer and some of them were heteropolymer. Like look at this. The chemical method developed by Hargobind Khurana was actually instrumental, that is very important, in synthesizing RNA molecule with defined combination of bases. Some of them were holopolymers and some were copolymers. राइट. अच्छा यहाँ पर कोपॉलीमर्स लिखा है. कोपॉलीमर्स यहाँ पर मतलब मीन कर रहा है कि बाय अ कोमेट, नॉट अ होमोमेट बट अ कोमेट. दैट इज यू विल सी दे आर एक्चुअली कोपॉलीमर्स. ठीक है. मैं फिर क्या बताई, इन्होंने पहले जो ये 64 कॉम्बिनेशंस प्रेजेंट थे उन्होंने केमिकल मेथड निकाला जिसमें ये सारे 64 जो कोडॉन्स है उनको उन्होंने आर्टिफिशियली सिंथेसाइज किया लैब में. ठीक है. नाउ द नेक्स्ट थिंग, once these were made, what was the role of Nirenberg? Nirenberg found a method जहां cell free system में, that means not within a cell, cell के अंदर तो क्या बोलते हैं आरएनए से अमीनो एसिड नेचुरली बन जाता है. हम यहाँ सेल पे काम नहीं कर रहे हैं. हम देखें यहाँ पर एक पेट्री डिश में काम कर रहे हैं. We are working on a test tube. And here he, kept all the 20 types of amino acid. Amino acid 1, amino acid 2, right? And then he developed a mechanism where the corresponding amino acids were formed. If this is say UUU, then the amino acid phenylalanine would actually pair with it. So हमें पता लग गया कि that UUU is actually coding for phenylalanine. Marshall Nirenberg, he made a cell-free system. He did not work within living cell. For protein synthesis finally helped to decipher the code. उन्होंने किया क्या, एक सेल फ्री सिस्टम लिया, वहां 20 तरह के अमीनो एसिड डाल दिए and then he tried to read that which amino acid runs towards which codon. He observed that phenylalanine would actually pair with UUU. Like this, he actually found out that which amino acid is coded by which codon. ठीक है. So and how to make these small codons, ये 64 कोडॉन को आर्टिफिशियली लैब में कैसे बनाया जाए, इसका एक तरीका ओचवा ने भी दिया था by using the enzyme polynucleotide phosphorylase. पॉलीन्यूक्लियोटाइड फॉस्फोराइलेज क्या करता है, ये न्यूक्लियोटाइड्स को पॉलीमराइज करके ये छोटे छोटे ट्रिपलेट बनाता है. was also help useful in polymerizing RNA with defined sequence in a template independent manner. Why I am saying template independent manner? Because normally ये सारी चीजें कहाँ होती है, सेल के अंदर होती है. Normally it happens within the nucleus of the cell. So if you want to make an RNA, you need a DNA template. You need a DNA template. The only then the corresponding RNA can be formed, right? But ओचवा ने कहा कि आपको सेल की जरूरत ही नहीं है, आप आर्टिफिशियली लैब में, ठीक है, आप आर्टिफिशियली लैब में एक एंजाइम है जिसका नाम है पॉलीन्यूक्लियोटाइड फॉस्फोराइलेज, उसकी मदद से आप इन न्यूक्लियोटाइड्स को आपस में पॉलीमराइज कर सकते हैं. जैसे मैंने पॉलीमराइज करके बनाया AUG, मैंने बनाया UUU. I can do it with the help of this enzyme. This will be a template independent process and by this you can make these desired combination. मुझे तो केवल ये 64 combination चाहिए ना, और सारे के सारे का मुझे चाहिए. So this we can do it. This Ochwa actually found also gave a method how to do it, just the way Hargobind Singh Khurana he did it. Not Hargobind Singh, it is Hargobind Khurana. So now I hope that you understand that how gradually we found out that which codon forms which amino acid. Now once that was found out, ठीक है, so now we came across many characteristic of genetic code. ये बहुत ही important चीज है. एक बार हमने 64 कोडॉन को खोज लिया and we also found out that which codon makes which amino acid. We came up with some marvelous revelations regarding this genetic code. इस genetic code से संबंधित हमें बहुत सारे नायाब चीजों का पता लगा. What are those? First, we came to know that the genetic code is triplet. That was for sure. We were seeing that 3 codons together, they were actually code for an amino acid. So we came with a confirmed news that the genetic code is triplet. Okay, good. This was done. Second, we found out that the genetic code is non-overlapping. Now, what do I mean when I say that the genetic code is non-overlapping? For that, I will just explain the same on a whiteboard. एक plain blackboard में मैं आपको समझाती हूँ. Just look at this. Say I am just telling you that this is my RNA, right? Specifically, if I say it is my mRNA. And it is made up of codons. So say one codon is AAA, the other is say AUG, and the third is say UUU. So we know that the genetic code is triplet. That means 3 nucleotides they code for 1 amino acid. So how many amino acids should form here? 1. This is 2, and this is 3. But हमें तो ये पता है ना कि that the genetic code is triplet. 3 nucleotides code for 1 amino acid. What if the same situation could be also like this? You know, this is A, U, G, U, U, U. अगर overlapping होता तो कैसे होता? These 3 would code for 1 amino acid. Then these 3 would code for 1. Then these 3 would code for 1. Then this 3 will code for 1. Then this 3 will code for 1, this 3 will code for 1, and this 3 will code for 1. So how many amino acids are actually being formed? Just, you know, see this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So अगर genetic code overlapping होता, that means it hardly matters. I just need 3 nucleotides. So this is 1, then next is 1. Then next is 1, next is 1, next is 1, next is 1, next is 1. I would have had 8 amino acids formed. But studies ने क्या reveal किया कि when I have a RNA strand of 9 nucleotides, then only 3 amino acids are formed, not 8. इससे हमें पता लगा they are non-overlapping. Non-overlapping clearly means that कि those 3 nucleotides which have been used for 1 amino acid formation, none of them will be used for the subsequent. They will not be used with the subsequent nucleotides to make the next amino acid. That means अगर एक बार इन तीनों ने एक amino acid बना लिया, इन तीनों में से कोई भी nucleotide अब बगल वाले के nucleotide के साथ मिलकर amino acid नहीं बना सकता. So this is called that the genetic code is आपका non-overlapping. So I hope you understood this function. So now let us come to the next function. We were talking that genetic code is triplet. Second, I said that the genetic code is non-overlapping. That means the adjacent codons do not overlap. That is, the same nucleotide cannot act as component of next codon in succession. एक कोडॉन दूसरे के साथ ओवरलैप नहीं करेगा. इस कोडॉन का न्यूक्लियोटाइड कभी भी उस कोडॉन के न्यूक्लियोटाइड से मिलकर एक सेपरेट कोडॉन नहीं बनाएगा. ठीक है. The third property is that the genetic code is commonness. Now what do I mean by genetic code is commonness? This you have to understand, and before understanding this I want you to come back to this figure once again. You know that there are some stop codons like UAA. You know that UAA is a stop codon. Okay, great. Now I will show you what I mean by commonness. By commonness I mean that suppose this is my mRNA. Once again I am drawing. ठीक है. I have an mRNA. ठीक. And I have a nucleotide sequence over here. Say UUU, say AUG, AAA. I'm just making them, you know, C. And बीच में एक आपका stop codon आ गया. कौन सा? Say the stop codon is UCA. ये मेरा stop codon आ गया. And then again I have an amino, codon. इसके बाद say again it is UUU. ठीक है भाई. अब इसका अमीनो एसिड बनेगा तो इन तीनों का एक अमीनो एसिड बनेगा, अमीनो एसिड 1, राइट. इनका एक और बनेगा अमीनो एसिड 2, इनका एक और बनेगा अमीनो एसिड 3, इनका एक बनेगा अमीनो एसिड 4, बीच में स्टॉप कोडॉन आ गया जो किसी अमीनो एसिड के लिए कोड नहीं करता, फिर ये बनाएगा 5, नो ऐसा नहीं हो सकता, इट इज कॉमालेस, बीच में यू कैनॉट हैव अ कॉमा, that you have 4 amino acid and then there is a gap and there is a 5th amino acid and together all of them they are forming a polypeptide chain 1 2 3 4 5, ये आपस में मिलकर एक polypeptide chain नहीं बना सकते, it's commaless, that means एक बार stop codon आ गया उसके बाद, ठीक है, this is the final amino acid, now it has stopped, अब इसके आगे आपका amino acid synthesis नहीं होगा, polypeptide synthesis नहीं होगा, that means the final protein का structure is this 1 2 3 and 4 joined by peptide bonds. So this is the final structure of your polypeptide chain. There cannot be a comma. You cannot have a codon in between which is not coding for any amino acid and then you start including the amino acids of the next codons. You cannot do that. So it is commaless. So we have studied a lot of characteristics of genetic code. So these are very important. So pehla we studied is that the genetic code is triplet. We know that it is found in three nucleotide, they form a genetic code. Second, it is non-overlapping. That means एक genetic code का nucleotide will never be used to form the codon of the next one. Third is commaless. That means you once these codons should be in sequence, only then the corresponding protein will be formed. बीच में कोई gap आने से you cannot continue further. Fourth, it is universal. Now what do I mean by it is universal? It is universal. So I mean that if at all, just look at here, UUU is coding for phenylalanine and maybe CUU is coding for leucine or maybe ACC is coding for threonine, it is universal. दुनिया में जितने living organism है, right from bacteria to human being, हम सब वही 4 न्यूक्लियोटाइड्स के बने हुए हैं, same nucleotide, and this is the same 64 combination which is found in everyone. अगर UUU codes for phenylalanine in bacteria, प्लांट में भी ये phenylalanine ही बनाएगा, फंजाई में भी phenylalanine बनाएगा, टाइगर में भी phenylalanine बनाएगा, कॉकरोच में भी phenylalanine बनाएगा एंड ह्यूमन में भी वो phenylalanine ही बनाएगा. That means the entire world में जितने living organisms हैं उनका genetic material यही 4 न्यूक्लियोटाइड का बना है. These 4 nucleotides can be combined in maximum 64 combination, जिसमें से 3 of them they do not code for any amino acid in any of the living organism and the remaining codons they code for the same amino acid in all the organisms, right? It is only difference in this alignment of the codon. ठीक है, ये कोडॉन के अलाइनमेंट अलग होने से जीन का फंक्शन और एक्सप्रेशन आपका चेंज हो जाता है. दैट मींस सपोज एक बना हुआ है मेरा UUU देन UCU लाइक दिस, तो ऑब्वियसली इस केस में प्रोटीन क्या बनेगा, फिनाइलैलानिन, सेरीन एंड टायरोसिन. बट इफ द कॉम्बिनेशन इज लाइक UUU CU CCU एंड CAG, देन मेरा कॉरेस्पॉन्डिंग पॉलीपेप्टाइड चेन किसका बना होगा, फिनाइलैलानिन, प्रोलीन एंड ग्लूटामिन. सो दिस इज हाउ इट हैपेंस. ठीक है, वेरी गुड. Now that you have understood this much, next move to the next function. The next function is degeneracy. Now what do I mean by degeneracy? Some amino acids are coded by more than one triplet. You know that there are some amino acids like leucine. It is coded by more than one codon. You can see again in case of Valley, it is coded by more than one codon. You can also see it in isoleucine. It is coded by one codon. This property, whereby one amino acid is coded by more than one codon, this is called as degeneracy. So genetic code is degenerate. That means one amino acid can be coded by more than one codon. Is that clear? So that's absolutely fine. Now next is non-ambiguous. Now what do I mean by non-ambiguous? By non-ambiguous I mean that each codon but codes for only one amino acid. मतलब हम मानते हैं कि phenylalanine can be coded by 2 codons, but one codon, each codon will form a specific amino acid only. Once again try to understand what I am trying to say. मैं ये कह रही हूँ ल्यूसीन एक से ज्यादा कोडॉन से कोड हो सकता है, उसको हम कहते हैं डीजेनरेसी. बट हर कोडॉन एक फिक्स अमीनो एसिड ही बनाता है. CUU बनाएगा तो सिर्फ ल्यूसीन ही बनाएगा, CUC बनाएगा तो सिर्फ ल्यूसीन ही बनाएगा. दैट मींस ईच अमीनो एसिड इज कोडेड बाय ओनली वन कोडॉन. each amino acid is coded by only one codon. This property is called as non-ambiguous. One codon is forming one amino acid, one type of amino acid only. One codon is forming only one type of amino acid. ठीक है, that is called as non-ambiguous. एक amino acid, this is something like this. एक माँ बाप के एक से ज्यादा बच्चे हो सकते हैं, पर बच्चे के एक ही माँ बाप होते हैं. एक माँ बाप के एक माँ बाप के एक से ज्यादा बच्चे हो सकते हैं, बट एक बच्चे का हमेशा एक ही माँ होगी. ओके, समझ में आया? वैसे ही एक अमीनो एसिड एक से ज्यादा कोडॉन से कोड हो सकता है, पर हर कोडॉन एक ही अमीनो एसिड को कोड कर सकता है. आई एम श्योर यू हैव अंडरस्टूड. Now next important function is the role of AUG. Now this is very important. What is AUG? Look here once again. आपको पता है AUG जो एक कोडॉन है, it codes for amino acid methionine. इसका हमारे प्रोसेस ऑफ ट्रांसलेशन में डबल रोल है. क्या रोल है? पहला, just see here, AUG always acts as an initiator codon. मतलब, okay, let me show you on a complete page. Just see this. Say this is my mRNA जिसका corresponding polypeptide chain बनना है, right? It has a lot of codons. Say it has A, U, G, U, 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 like this. It has a lot of codons. अब इसका corresponding हमको प्रोटीन बनाना है. AUG will code for what? Methionine. UUU will code for what? Say phenylalanine. So AUG will code for methionine, that is its first function, and second, the first codon in the process of making protein has to be AUG only. It also acts as initiator codon. मेरा कहने का मतलब ये है कि अगर मेरे पास एक और mRNA है, ठीक है, जिसमें भी बहुत सारे कोडॉन्स हैं, से UUU, से U G बना U से C से A U G, ठीक है. इसका हमें प्रोटीन बनाना है, नहीं बनेगा. क्यों? क्योंकि यहाँ फर्स्ट कोडॉन, मानते हैं सब एक एक अमीनो एसिड बना सकते हैं, बट द फर्स्ट कोडॉन इज नॉट AUG. The process of formation of protein from this mRNA, the starting codon should always be AUG. So AUG has dual role. One, it acts as an initiator codon, it starts, right? And the second function is it codes for amino acid methionine. The same is not true with the terminator codon. Just see that. The same is not true for the terminator codon. What I mean by this is कि अगर आप यहाँ देखेंगे तो आपका एक terminator codon भी है UAA, ठीक है? And suppose अभी यहाँ पर मेरा this is my this and my first codon I told you has to be AUG. And then in between you can have a lot of them, say UUU, say CUU. I'm just drawing यहाँ देखकर ACU, and my last is my UAA. जैसे UAA आएगा हमारा स्टॉप कर जाएगा. तो first codon is AUG. Look at here. The corresponding amino acid here will be methionine. The second is UUU. So here the corresponding amino acid will be phenylalanine. You can see there, phenylalanine. The third is CUU. I saw it somewhere here. CUU. This one. So the corresponding amino acid will be leucine. Very good. यहाँ ACU है. So let us see here. A के में ACU here. So the corresponding amino acid will be threonine. Right? Last क्या है? UAA. Now UAA does not code for any amino acid. Right? So यहाँ पर हमारा स्टॉप हो जाएगा. These amino acids they will be joined by polypeptide chain, and this polypeptide chain of protein will dissociate और इस तरह से हमारा प्रोटीन बन जाएगा. That means we know that this one is the initiator codon and this is the stop codon. Initiator codon has two roles. It not only initiates but it also forms the corresponding amino acid. This has only one role. It will just stop. It will not form a corresponding amino acid. Rather, यहाँ के बाद amino acid बनना बंद हो जाएगा और ये polypeptide chain आपका separate हो जाएगा. इस तरह से आपका जो भी desired protein है वो आपका बन जाएगा. Is that clear? So that is what I want to tell is AUG has the only nucleotide which has dual role. Not it is only from this nucleotide that the process of protein synthesis can take place, and at the same time it also codes for a corresponding amino acid. The same is not the case with stop codons. Great. So with that we have done all the properties of the genetic code. This is very important. They will come as one-liner question, like genetic code is degenerate, explain, या genetic code is non-ambiguous, explain, or maybe that genetic code is comma-less, explain. इस टाइप के one-liner questions आएंगे, या आपको एक बड़ा question आएगा, give any three exclusive characteristics of genetic code. So with that I think your concept of genetic code is clear. So I have come back to my first slide. मैंने आपको कहा हमें डीएनए से आरएनए बनाना था, हमने बना लिया, अब हमें आरएनए से प्रोटीन बनाना है। डीएनए से आरएनए बनाने में हमें कोई खास दिक्कत नहीं थी, बिकॉज डीएनए वाज मेड अप ऑफ न्यूक्लियोटाइड, आरएनए वाज मेड ऑफ न्यूक्लियोटाइड, सो न्यूक्लियोटाइड टू न्यूक्लियोटाइड वाज नॉट एट ऑल अ प्रॉब्लम। मोरओवर डीएनए हैज 4 टाइप्स ऑफ न्यूक्लियोटाइड, आरएनए हैज 4 टाइप्स ऑफ न्यूक्लियोटाइड, सो वी फिक्स द पेयरिंग दैट ए के साथ यू सी के साथ जी, लाइक दिस वी फिक्स द पेयरिंग। द प्रॉब्लम वो केम व्हेन वी हैड टू मेक प्रोटीन फ्रॉम आरएनए फॉर 2 रीजंस। वन, the RNA is made up of nucleotide and the protein is made up of amino acid, absolutely different chemical compounds. Second, this is of 4 types and this is of 20 types. How to go about it? So scientists, they actually found out. They did a lot of research and they found out that these nucleotides, 4 nucleotides, they come in combination. They come in combination of 3. This 3 ka combination is called as codon. And 1 codon, and this is these in combination of 3, they make the corresponding amino acid. Now how many combinations were made? 64. 3 we can know they do not code for any amino acid, they are called as stop codon. Now 61 codon, 20 amino acid. उसमें से 2 amino acid ऐसे हैं जो एक ही codon से कोड होते हैं, तो बचा क्या? 59 codons and 18 amino acid. So obviously one amino acid is being formed by more than 1 codon. And this which codon is making which amino acid, that was also deciphered by Nirenberg and Mithai and H.G. Khorana, Ochua. They helped us to find it out. Once we found out that, then we found out many properties of genetic material, that is this genetic code. One is that they are always triplet. Take second, they are non-overlapping, they are comma-less, they are non-ambiguous, they are degenerate, and only 1 codon, that is AUG, it has double function. हो गया? Now let us conclude once again. आपको याद होगा how did I define you genetic code? पहले तो आपको ये समझ में आ गया हम कोड क्यों बोलते हैं, क्योंकि हम न्यूक्लियोटाइड के फॉर्म में मैसेज लाएं लेकिन प्रोटीन के फॉर्म में एक्सप्रेस करेंगे, तो ऑब्वियसली ये कोडेड फॉर्म हो गया ना, and bringing it in another form and expressing in another form, so we call it code. Now what is genetic code? Now look at here. The relationship between, ये जो चीज मैं चाहती हूँ आप समझे, the relationship between, right, the sequence of nucleotides on the DNA, ठीक, अगर DNA में जो न्यूक्लियोटाइड सीक्वेंस है तो कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग RNA का न्यूक्लियोटाइड सीक्वेंस क्या होगा? फिक्स होगा, क्योंकि आपको पता है अगर यहाँ T है तो यहाँ A ही बनना है, यहाँ T है तो A ही बनना है, यहाँ C है तो G ही बनना है, यहाँ A है तो U ही बनना है. That means for a particular DNA, the corresponding RNA will always be same. Again I repeat, for a particular DNA, the corresponding RNA is always going to be same. Why? Because if it has T, यहाँ invariably A ही बनेगा. 1000 बार बना लो, यहाँ A ही बनेगा, right? And if the corresponding RNA is always the same, so we know that each codon, it expresses a unique amino acid. तो अगर मेरा mRNA का पहला कोडॉन AAG है तो यहाँ कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग अमीनो एसिड हर हालत में क्या होगा? लाइसिन ही होगा और दूसरा कुछ नहीं हो सकता. दैट मीन्स अगर हम यहाँ से देखें, अगर ये मेरा डीएनए है जिसका पहला 3 न्यूक्लियोटाइड है TTT, then corresponding mRNA में the nucleotide sequence is always going to be AAG. And if the codon is AAG, then the corresponding amino acid is always going to be lysine. That means there is a fixed correlation between the nucleotide sequence of the DNA, RNA and the corresponding protein. If this is the DNA sequence, invariably this will be the RNA sequence and invariably this will be the amino acid sequence in the protein. There is a fixed relation This relationship is called as genetic code. The relationship between the sequence of amino acids in a polypeptide, किसी polypeptide में amino acid का जो sequence है, this is directly dependent on the nucleotide sequence of DNA or mRNA. This protein will be formed only when the nucleotide sequence of the DNA is this and that of RNA is this. So this is called as genetic code. इसी में मैं आपको यहाँ पर एक और चीज बता दूं, इंटरेस्टिंग बात बता दूं, वो ये है that you must have noticed कि आपकी बॉडी में एक जीन हमेशा एक ही प्रोटीन बनाता है. Say this is your nucleus and there is a gene and this gene makes a protein pepsin. आप जब खाना खाते हैं तो स्टमक पे पेप्सिन बनाता है. ऑब्वियसली एक जीन हमेशा सेम एंजाइम क्यों बनाएगा? क्योंकि जीन का न्यूक्लियोटाइड सीक्वेंस फिक्स है, तो उससे बनने वाला आरएनए का भी न्यूक्लियोटाइड सीक्वेंस वही बनेगा जो हर बार बनता है, तो उससे बनने वाला अमीनो एसिड भी सेम बनेगा, तो प्रोटीन भी सेम बनेगा. दैट इज व्हाई द सेम जीन, नो मैटर इट एक्सप्रेसेस lakhs and lakhs time in your body, the gene product for that particular gene, that is the protein for that particular gene, will always remain same. And just change this codon. यहाँ TTC की जगह आप सिर्फ यहाँ TTA कर दो, कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग आरएनए चेंज हो जाएगा, यहाँ अमीनो एसिड चेंज हो जाएगा एंड कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग प्रोटीन भी क्या होगा, चेंज हो जाएगा. इसीलिए तो आप सोचिए यही 61 कोडॉन्स के परमुटेशन कॉम्बिनेशन से आप मिलियंस एंड मिलियंस ऑफ टाइप ऑफ प्रोटीन बना लेते हैं. यानी कि आपका एक जीन दूसरे जीन से, आपकी बॉडी में भी यू हैव मोर देन 1 लाख टाइप ऑफ जीन्स. हाउ आर दीज जीन्स डिफरेंट? All the genes are made by of only these codons, 61 codons, but their sequence is different. जैसे सीक्वेंस डिफरेंट हो जाएगा, ऑब्वियसली उससे बनने वाले अमीनो एसिड का सीक्वेंस चेंज हो जाएगा एंड जैसे अमीनो एसिड का सीक्वेंस चेंज हो गया तो प्रोटीन भी चेंज हो जाएगा. सो लुक एट द मैग्निमिटी ऑफ द लिविंग वर्ल्ड. मैं हमेशा कहती हूँ लिविंग वर्ल्ड से हमें एक सीख मिलती है दैट अ लॉट ऑफ कॉम्प्लिकेटेड थिंग्स आर डन विद सो मच सिंप्लिसिटी. 4 न्यूक्लियोटाइड की मदद से हमने इस दुनिया में पाए जाने वाले 7 मिलियन से ऊपर लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स का जेनेटिक मटेरियल बना दिया है. येट द जेनेटिक मटेरियल ऑफ वन डज नॉट रिजेंबल विद दैट ऑफ अदर. Not only that, in one organism I have lakhs of genes and one gene is not similar to the other one. The 2 genes, they do not make the same protein, and that too just with the help of 4 nucleotide. 4 nucleotide से 64 combination, and ये 64 combination का arrangement change कर करके हम DNA hence corresponding protein change कर देते हैं. So I hope the concept of genetic code is very clear to you. Now that you have understood this, I will now move over to NCERT just to show you which area of NCERT has been covered today. So please open 111 of your NCERT, page 111. यहाँ पर आपका genetic code के बारे में लिखा है. कहता है कि during replication and transcription, nucleic acid was copied from another nucleic acid. जब आप replication कर रहे थे तो आप DNA से DNA बना रहे थे, तो nucleotide से nucleotide बना रहे थे. Whenever you were doing transcription, तब आप DNA से RNA बना रहे थे, that means nucleic acid से nucleic acid बना रहे थे. Hence these processes were easy to conceptualize. कैसे हुआ होगा? It was easy to find out. The challenge arose when, in the process of translation, the genetic information is transferred from a polymer of nucleotide to a polymer of nucleic acid. Previous 2 cases में you are making a nucleic acid from a nucleic acid, DNA to DNA, nucleic acid to nucleic acid, DNA to RNA, nucleic acid to nucleic acid. But when you are making a protein, it is actually nucleic acid to amino acids. See, here the complementarity also does not exist. We have 4 nucleotides and 4 amino acids. So obviously, there people started thinking that there must be something called as genetic code, right? Now to find out the chemical nature of the genetic code, when we tried to find out what was the chemical nature of the genetic material, things were very exciting. But deciphering the genetic code was very challenging. Scientists from all the fields, physics, organic chemistry, biochemists, genetists, all of them, they put their heads together. It was George Gamow who said that since we have only 4 bases and we have to form 20 amino acids, that means there should be a combination of bases or nucleotide. I forgot to take his name while teaching. It was George Gamow who said that it is not one nucleotide which is coding for an amino acid, it has to be in combination. The final combination that actually worked out was 4 to the power 3, that means 64 codons were found. Now which codon makes which amino acid, and that experimental proof that yes, the codons are triplet, this was done by Hargobind Khurana, right? His role I have already told you. He artificially helped to make homopolymers and copolymers. Then came Marshall Nirenberg. He said that how in a cell-free system the corresponding amino acids could be made. Ochoa, he also spoke about enzyme polynucleotide phosphorylase, and he said that could be used in making short, RNA sequences. So once their work was done, this checkerboard was actually came up. In this checkerboard, you can find which codon forms which amino acid. If you ask me, I'll say it is very difficult to learn all of them. So please learn only few important like UUU, phenylalanine, UUC, phenylalanine. Then you can also learn, leucine little bit. Then do learn AUG, methionine, and UGG, tryptophan, because these are the only two amino acids which have only one codon. And besides that, learn the stop codon. मैं तो ये कहूँगी. इसके अलावा आपने सिकल सेल एनीमिया में पढ़ा था, valine and glutamine. So learn at least this much. If you have patience, you can learn all of them. But I will say don't do that. Medical में ऐसे ही बहुत पढ़ना पड़ता है, तो don't go for unnecessary complications. Then we have the characteristic. Here I want to tell you what are the salient features of genetic code. It can come as a 3-mark or 5-mark question. Please note, listen to me carefully. I told you that the genetic code is triplet, fine. I told it that the genetic code is degenerate, fine. I also told you that the genetic code is unambiguous. I don't know why this point has been removed from the new NCERT. तो अगर आपके बोर्ड एग्जाम में आएगा give salient features of genetic code, please do not write this point which is in my teaching and in my notes. ये point मत लिखना, क्योंकि नए NCERT से इस point को हटा दिया है. It is universal. You can write this. AUG has dual function. I taught you that. इसके अलावा this point has been added in the salient features which was not there in the old NCERT. That means these are the 3 stop or termination codons. So only write from these 6 if the salient features are asked. Please do not write that. Now I want you to see this point. It is saying that the genetic code is universal. That means इस point को मैं चाहती हूँ समझो, from bacteria to human being, UUU will always form phenylalanine. ये यहाँ पर कहता है. लेकिन कहता है it is universal but it has some exceptions. इसमें 2 exception बोला है. One of the exception is mitochondrial codon and the second is some protozoa. Please learn these exceptions. Now what do I mean by that? You know that the mitochondria is a semi-autonomous organelle. मतलब अगर मैं इस mitochondria को बनाऊं, तो हमें पता है कि mitochondria का अपना खुद का अलग DNA होता है, circular double-stranded DNA होता है. Obviously DNA तो न्यूक्लियोटाइड का बना होगा, पर इसके जो न्यूक्लियोटाइड्स हैं, इसमें कभी-कभी चेंजेस आ जाता है. फॉर एग्जांपल आपको पता है UUU will code for phenylalanine in all the organisms, but maybe in bacteria it codes for something else. Right? So only 2 exception is mitochondria and some protozoans. So please do that. Besides that, something very interesting is there here. They have given you a task. They have given you, some codons, and they have asked you to write the corresponding amino acid. And they are asking, will you have any difficulty? I think no. You know it very clear that UUU codes for methionine. It will not code for anything but methionine. So let us just do it. It will be methionine. This will be phenylalanine. Others I don't. This will be phenylalanine. This will be phenylalanine. And what does UUC code for? Just let us see it once. The UUC also codes for phenylalanine. So if we try to find out what will be the corresponding amino acid protein, that is very easy. We know that this will code only for methionine. This will code only for phenylalanine. 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 And this will code only for phenylalanine. That means the corresponding protein you can very easily predict that what is the protein that will be formed from this polynucleotide chain. But उसके बाद आपके NCERT ने एक और आपको टास्क दिया है. इस केस में उन्होंने अमीनो एसिड दे दिया है और कह रहे हैं आप क्या इसके कॉरेस्पॉन्डिंग कोडॉन बता सकते हैं? नो. व्हाई? आप केवल एक ही में बता सकते हैं. देखो उसका वो जो प्रोटीन था उस प्रोटीन को यहाँ लिख दिया है, राइट? वो जो आपका प्रोटीन हमारा बना था उससे उसको यहाँ लिख दिया है. अब ये कहता है कि यहाँ पर क्या है? मिथ्योनिन. आप इसका कोडॉन तो बता सकते हैं AUG, बट जैसे ये फिनाइलैलानाइन बचे हुए all amino acids are same, phenylalanine, phenylalanine, phenyl. But what is the codon? How can you say? Because it is actually coded by 2 codons. So how to say ki, which phenylalanine has been made from which codon? So it is very easy that you can, from the codon you can predict the amino acid sequence, but from amino acid sequence not possible to predict the corresponding codons. So this is something interesting that has been put in your NCERT for you to think and understand. So do give yourself some time and then try to find it out. इसमें पूछता है, can you now correlate the true properties of genetic code you have learned? The two properties कह तो रहा है लेकिन एक property हटा दिया है. Actually ये कौन से 2 property की बात कर रहा है? That why is this predictable? Why is this predictable? Why? Because we know that every codon codes for a specific amino acid. This is called as the unambiguous property. But why is this not possible? That from amino acid you cannot tell the codon, because the genetic code is degenerate. तो वो आपको compare करने बोल रहा है. You know, degenerate and unambiguous को, but unfortunately unambiguous वाले point को NCERT से हटा दिया है. ठीक है? So anyways, that I have taught you. You can relate why, what is the correlation between them. So with that, the NCERT discussion on this topic, genetic code, is also complete. So with that, we have come to an end to today's lecture on genetic code. I'm sure everything's clear to you. Any doubts, just visit the video once again, and you can always put your comment in the comment box. Do put your comments and press that thumbs up link so that I come to know whether you liked it or not. If you are new to my channel, do subscribe it and press the bell notifications so that you come to know of all the uploads that I make on my channel. For you children, I have just one thing to say: take care of yourself, but keep studying. That is very important, and we'll meet in the next lecture where I'll be dealing with the topic translation. Till then, good luck and good